Welcome back to yet another video onto this YouTube channel, and today we're going to be looking at something quick. I don't just want to waste time. We're going to be looking at the top open source Next.js projects you can get to learn from and get or improve your skills. So these projects have beautiful UI designs already. They have nice flows of writing code the proper way, and these are open source projects, meaning you can contribute to them. You can open pull requests, you can fork the repositories, you can do lots of things with them basing on the license provided onto that open source project. Without spoiling time, let's start up with the first one we have to look at today. We're going to look at 10 of them, and the first one is Supabase Studio. So I don't know, most of us have been using Supabase as our database, and some of us didn't know even that this guy is just open source. Comprehensive. This is like a comprehensive dashboard to manage the Supabase projects. It's like a Firebase alternative anyway. So just combines Postgres databases, authentication, real-time subscriptions, and more. So Supabase is what we've been always using. As you can see, the project is open source. If I clicked onto that link to go to the project to verify, you see all of this UI is open source, so you can be able to craft this in any way you want. Maybe if you're trying to build a SaaS project, you can just simply go ahead and read how they did all of this beautiful UI, how they animated the flow, so you get to learn lots of things from this from the repository. Look at the design. The design is so beautiful to an extent that it's just good. So you can learn from this. If you get the repository, you can simply go and dive deeper and try to check, see what you want. So this is the first one, Supabase. If I try to just try to close this and also close this repo, since the GitHub, we've seen it. So if we go to the next one, we go to the TRPC. This is like the T3 app. It was created by Theo. If I may go ahead and go to that. So this is like the an all-in-all toolkit for building robust full-stack applications with Next.js, TypeScript, Prisma, and the TRPC. So basically, you're going to learn how to build. It teaches, it's like a website to teach you how to build all of that using the TRPC. They claim to say that the best way to start a full-stack type-safe Next.js application is using the create3.gi. If you click onto this link, you're gonna see the way the website you're trying to get the code looks like. So this is the website, the complete flow of it. Everything is open source, remember, so you can simply just copy it up and start step by step. So this is like the T3 application. So if you guys want me to make a video about the T3, beginning up with T3, you can tell me, and I'll you can write down the description into the comment section, and I'll make a video for that. Anyway, so we are done with that. So if I close it and we go to our third one, which is the Next.js e-commerce. Most of us may be knowing this, but didn't know that it's open source anyway. So if you go to the code base, the GitHub, you'll be able to see active contributors. It has active contributors. There are 143 contributors working on this project. The number of stars are many, so many of this project is in active development. As you can see, there are always 8 months ago, 3 days ago, and all of that. People are working on it 24/7. So if you click onto this demo Vercel app to see why you're trying to code or fork, so this is like the website. You can simply learn the dynamic routing, the usage of different things through this project. So it's a beautiful one, already designed, terms and condition pages, everything is working. So you can simply just check it out and get what you want, or read through the code, or see how to write pure clean code. I always do episodes of this on my Twitch, how to do something pure clean code, whereby we get a repo, we try to walk through how these guys are doing it. So with that, that is it. So we can close that and go ahead to the fourth one, which is the Blitz.js. Let me get the link. So the Blitz is a powerful stack framework built on top of Next.js, combining simplicity with flexibility. So it's like ideal for a learning application, scaffolding and business logic. So you can go ahead and try this Blitz. As you can see, they have 13.7k already stars onto GitHub, and they have 281 releases. I mean, those are the versions. They have already active sponsors of the project, and they have 2 contributors, 64, and they have 2.7k used by, using this application daily. So all of this is, those are great stats. So if we click onto this blitz.com, so it should take us to the website, or to the actual website, to see how it looks like. Maybe you can have interest in it. So this is like the website. It is basic, but it's really having clean code. I had time and passed through all of their code, like this front end code, and it was just amazing how these guys write their clean code. So you can also have a look at it, and maybe you may learn something about it. They have a big community, they have Discord, they have a blah blah blah. You can go ahead and check them out. Just a reminder, none of these people I'm trying to talk about have paid me to talk about this content. Just doing out of the love of the nice content they share out there. So if we go to the next one, fifth, we have the Nextra documentation theme. I've used this now, I think 5 projects now, and so this is like Nextra. It's basically for documentations, like a site generation framework for building slick blogs and documentation websites using the Next.js and MDX. So they made it easy as well. You can just simply create a website using MDX. How fun, how cool is that? If you want me to make a video about that, you can write it into the comment section. I'll be glad to look at it. So it is having 164 contributors and used by 15.1k users, and I'm among there at a certain point. So if I click onto the Nextra site, we see how it looks like. So this is like the site. All of this is built using MDX, by the way. There's no React, there's no what. So this is like an MDX Nextra site. So you can go ahead and learn how they did this in MDX. They have a beautiful documentation you will get. They have quite many stuff that you will get. So that said, we're gonna go to our 6th project. If I go here, it's called the Typebot. The Typebot is now a fun one. It's a user-friendly open-source chatbot builder with customizable building blocks for various use cases. So this is like an open source. It is just like burning into the community. As you can see, it has 7.7k stars, and it already have some sponsor who's sponsoring the project. So you can also be part of the sponsor. The sponsors, they have 58 58 contributors, meaning there's still chance for you even to be among those. So if you click onto the Typebot and try to check out their UI, you're gonna be surprised that it is just looking amazing. So as it's trying to load, and let's give it a wait. Yeah, boom. So that's like, it is looking like that. Build advanced chatbots visually. So it's a stunning UI design which you can use for your starter project. So I just like the simplicity of everything. So it's just basic. You can go ahead and also fork it and use it, and maybe, you know, play along with it. So that's the one we're from seeing now. So if we go again to the next one, the 7th, it is called the Documenso. Now this, a few of us will be knowing it. If I try to go to it, it is called the Documenso. Now you're gonna ask what's the Documenso if it's the first time for you to get to it. So it's like an open source DocuSign alternative. I don't know if you've just heard of DocuSign, but since this is not a project about that, explaining more deep of that, so I won't go into details of that. But what we're gonna do is just try to go to the sites, the documenso.com, and see, because the way I understand it is an open source DocuSign alternative, which is a service for signing documents digitally. So the repository is a monorepo managed via the Turbo repo, and it contains several Next.js apps, which is like the marketing, the web, and all of that. So if you are familiar with the TRPC, the Prisma, the Castly, Auth.js, the React hook form, the Zod and Resend, you can simply try this out, because it may be having something you're looking for a certain way. But I love the UI. Their UI is beautiful, and the design, the smoothness and everything, the black and white and green, it's so amazing. So if we go ahead to the next one, our 8th, we're gonna go to the Unkey. So I've just got to know about this Unkey of recent, and but I'm just surprised of their UI. I like it so much. So they call this the Unkey. So by the time I've been using it, I've been making some research. So it's an open source API management platform for scaling APIs. So it provides API key management and standalone rate limiting. So as you're gonna see, it's just beautiful. It's built by one of the YouTuber or developers called James. So you can see this is like also having a nice beautiful UI. So if you want to protect your APIs or do those rate limiting onto your APIs, you can try to go through them and maybe read through them to see how they could be helpful. But I just love the UI flow, and everything, remember, is open source. You can just simply go ahead and see how they did these nice animations, how they came up with all of these, so yeah, that's Unkey. So if we go to the 8th, it's called the Noodle. Now I like this UI and the idea of this application. I got to know it in a few months back. It's called the Noodle. It's like basically for students. It's a nice project for students. It's a platform for managing everything related to students education, including the notes taking, calendar, task management, grade calculator, flashcards, and more. So it's an indie project and has still been released yet, early enough, but it's good example of an app built using modern technologies. So if you click onto it, so for it uses ban, tailwind, TRPC, steel, drizzle, ORM, the Clark, React took form, the Zod, the Turnstack query, and the resend. So we think student, it has a nice UI, nice it's not yet out, but it's just having this nice page. This is like a beautiful page you can also get quickly for your maybe launching thing. You can have a page like this whereby it can users can maybe come onto the page and be able to get to you directly. They have a nice one. Yeah, I just like them anyways. So if we go ahead and close this, so that's the Noodle. So if we go to the did I make copy? Because I've been on 8 Jesus. So I think this is 8, this should be 9, this should be 10, this should be 11, and this should be 12. So you guys have an extra 2. I was planning to give out 10, but guess what, we're gonna do 12 anyways. So there's this one called the Midday. So there's this one called the Midday. It's also a beautiful one, an all-in-one tool for freelancers, contractors, consultants, and solo entrepreneurs to manage their finance, track projects, store files, and send invoices. So this is what basically this one does. It's a beautiful one. It's a repository which is under TypeHero, having several Next.js applications, the website, the dashboard, and the docs. So it's what I liked about it. They have this beautiful black and white theme, which is a nice one, a black and white theme. So you can also check it out and try to get to see how they did all these tables. I mean, these animations on the tables and everything. So if you liked it, you can give it a check. And yeah, guess what? It's open source. So coming to I think it's going to be the second last. Yes, it is called the Plane. This is not this movie you saw, like the Plane movie. No, I bet it's not this time around. But this is a nice, beautiful project. It is. I've been checking it out for a month now, and it's an open source. For this time around, it's a Jira or Linear and Asana alternative, which helps you track your issues, epics, and product roadmaps. So the repository is a monorepo managed via the TypeHero, which contains several Next.js applications whereby they use the admin with Next.js, the web with Next.js, the space with Next.js. So if you have a look at it, it is having this stunning bluish bluish feel of the website. I just like it. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. I like their UI, and I've actually got a couple of components from them and tried to use it in my own SaaS products. As you can see, the feel while scrolling is so amazing. So this is like everything here is, by the way, open source one more time. So you don't need to worry about how can I get that. Everything is open source, and I've put links in the descriptions for you guys to check it out. They have a nice one. So if we go to so if we leave that and we jump on to our last one, which is gonna be the TypeHero. Okay, so I've been using TypeHero for quite long now, and I just like it. It's I don't know why, but all of this time I haven't just given it a star, which is unfair. Just gonna go ahead and give it a star. So if we go ahead into the TypeHero and click onto the link we want to show. I just want to show you that everything there is open source anyway. So the TypeHero is a platform for enhancing your TypeScript skills via interactive code challenges. So the repository is a monorepo managed via the table repo, which contains several Next.js applications, the web and the admin part. So if you're good with I've been trying to find an issue to collaborate onto this project. But if you're good with Table Repo, Tailwind, Prisma, Auth.js, React Hook Form, Zod, Zoostan, the Tanstack Query, and Resend, you can do anything onto this project, trust me. So you see they have this nice UI as well, so you can simply go ahead and use maybe the parts of the UI you want. This glowing, it's so amazing, beautiful. This slide down, so you can join the community and have more fun and all of that. But one more time, if you want me to make a specific video of how to use these open source, for example, you want something you want to get out of an open source and use it on your own, you can let me know and we can do that. I also do live streaming on Twitch dailies, whereby we try to revise some repositories on GitHub, and we try to read through the code together to understand what they are really trying to mean. So otherwise, if you have any question, let me know into the comment sections below. But I want to thank you for being great viewers up to the end of this video. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful time. Bye bye.